Nothing annoys me more than when someone clearly doesn't know how to use AI. If you don't know how to use it, it's better for you to not use it at all. And that's presumably the most problems with modern AI technology, summed up in one sentence. This technology is simply incredibly accessible, but it's very hard to master it perfectly. In some cases, it's almost a miracle. And yet people still use it and just show everyone how bad it can really look. Welcome to my rant. First and foremost, what annoys me the most is when someone uses these awful AI denoisers.
And this is usually especially obvious in cases where something was simply recorded badly or where someone gets scammed into buying those little Rode mics, which are expensive and very easy to position in a way that makes them sound just awful.
The European Green Deal was supposed to be an opportunity for the European economy.
And the editor who received such material, having no other option, just runs it through some Adobe denoiser designed mainly with the English language in mind. And as a result, when used with aggressive settings, especially on a language other than English, it creates a kind of cacophony, making everything sound as if the speaker were talking through their nose or something like that. An absolute nightmare. You don't even need to look far for examples. Most often, it's those quick fixes for a so-called podcast voice, which in the end isn't podcast-like at all, used by influencers or by some politicians who get a simple video recorded for them from A to Z by some acquaintance for taxpayers' money. And the creator of such video is most likely dazzled by the technology and doesn't actually know how to use it. But sometimes these crude denoisers are also used in more professional productions, which however put sound on the back burner and decide, whatever, I understand what's being said here, and leave it like that.
What also sounds pretty bad is what YouTube itself has been trying to serve us for quite some time now. Namely, this new feature where almost every new video that comes out not only has its title translated into the language in which you're currently browsing the site or from wherever you're browsing it, but these videos are also being automatically dubbed. For people who don't really understand English or maybe German or French or other language, it's an interesting way to discover more content, to discover some new culture, but it honestly sounds just really bad. It sounds horrible.
Better than nothing, someone might say. Well, sort of. But a YouTube creator really doesn't have much of a choice other than letting YouTube turn the audio tracks of their videos into a complete nightmare. There's no choice if you want to stay competitive. No choice because it practically happens automatically. So as creators, we're being forced into having our videos automatically dubbed into other languages, which on paper sounds nice. New potential viewers from other countries. But so far, it doesn't sound anything even remotely close to natural dubbing done by human.
I'm just pulling up to the Tesla supercharger in Warsaw. It's Sunday evening, the end of summer vacation, and yesterday I was standing in a line of about 4 Teslas.
What about the on-screen content? That's not being translated either, which means that in many cases, most of the video may still be poorly understood by a potential new viewer from abroad. And that makes this whole thing counterproductive to the point where it could actually worsen a video's performance in the long run. Like if some abroad viewer clicks in and hears this robotic voice in his own language, they just think it sounds objectively bad and leave it right away. The YouTube algorithm sees people don't want to watch and boom, fewer views. And with a bigger influx of foreign traffic, possibly even the death of the channel. I assume YouTube has some safeguards against that for now, but the direction we're heading in is very risky and just plain unaesthetic. We've simply overdosed on these AIs.
And I don't even want to start on how much it annoys me to see all the titles in my homepage in English when the thumbnails might even be in some other weird language. Or even worse, when I think that some video is indeed in English and I open it up and it has this awful AI dubbing over it. I just hate that awful AI generated thing that YouTube is offering all of us.
And here I see another problem. The thumbnail and title are usually painstakingly and carefully crafted to maximize clickability. And what if my title in English is epic and brings in clicks and with them viewers, but the automatically translated title is so bad that it kills the video, or the translation misses some wordplay. Sure, I can change that title manually, but am I really going to do that now for every one of my videos in 10 languages each? That's practically impossible.
In general, what also annoys me is the sudden growth of more and more channels that are using AI not only for research purposes, but for even more stuff to just make this content on a mass scale, not worrying about the quality.
Research done with AI is one thing. If it's done well and the information is fact-checked, I don't really have much against it. But if it's ruined, for example, by the voice, a voice that from the very first seconds you can already tell is a robot, then I don't want to watch it. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Here's the thing. Back when the iPhone 14 Pro launched, many users noticed over-processed images. Low-light shots lost natural shadow detail, noise was smoothed too aggressively, and the result often felt unnatural. Fast forward to 2025,
YouTube at least partially understands this, and content generated with AI or fully created by AI will be restricted. There's now a requirement to disclose whether a given video was created with the help of AI. And if YouTube sees that your content is being mass-produced, it's repetitive or inauthentic, it won't be eligible for monetization. And that's a very good thing, actually.
And what exactly can this spread of low-quality AI-generated content lead us to? To the simple fact that various internet folks will start truly believing in the awesomeness of, say, these health promotion animations.
Goes hard. Please watch. This is a health promotion animation about healthy eating that both children and parents should see. And all of this really looks like some kind of dump from a niche forum for certain fetishists. Great, go ahead and show it to your kids. I'm sure they'll learn a lot from it.
There is also this ad on Polish TV for some motion sickness drug made 99% with AI.
Oh no, driving a car again. I don't want to.
It will be fine. I have locomotive for you.
You can throw prompt ideas that they used in the comments. It's just so awful and sad. They probably saved a ton of money on artists, but in return it looks like crap. Or maybe some agency scammed them. One that promises the moon a bit cheaper than a professional 3D studio, spent pennies generating prompts and pocketed the savings as an 80% margin for themselves. Even these voices must be AI generated. There's just no other option. Who could roughly be responsible for this?
Sure, of course, if I dug around, I'd probably find the specific company that's solely responsible for this, but that honestly doesn't matter that much anymore. It was probably made by some company similar to that one, called Avatadom, which aggressively advertises between the reels I watch. Luckily for us, clients don't seem to be flocking to them in any special way or form.
The thing is, they offer services for creating avatars and ads with these avatars. If you don't want to record yourself in front of a camera, or if you want to mass-produce content, or a mix of those things and many other reasons.
You don't like recording yourself on camera, but you want to be present on social media? I know that feeling. That's why I created Avatadom, a place where your avatar speaks for you. No camera, no stress, no learning new tools. You send the text and a photo, and I make a finished video from it. Want to see an example? Write to me.
And well, what can I say? It neither looks good nor sounds good. And the examples of their work, which I suspect aren't even real, don't convince me at all. Luckily, nobody seems to be using it.
What exactly does Fit Energy do?
Every day we deliver fresh smoothies and healthy snacks to offices so that employees have more energy for work.
Do you need to order large packages?
No, you start with 5 sets. Perfect, even for a small team.
Because the worst part is that the only thing these people probably do is basically take a cut for typing prompts into some app like HeyGen, but with even less taste. So it ends up being more expensive but way worse than if you just did it yourself.
This drug case ad reminded me of yet another instance of AI being used in what essentially is a public space.
Some Polish shop network did something similar. They shamelessly used AI-generated images not only to post them on their social media for Easter, but also to display them on huge billboards in city centers. What an atrocity.
A person has to live somewhere, so they either rent or buy. And in both cases, they're absolutely screwed. Not only is it really expensive, but in both situations you're basically signing a pact to give away most of your income to some fat dude in a bank, or you're just paying off someone's luxury car lease, with a roof over your head thrown in as a bonus. I got ahead of myself, sorry, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk about now.
Because along the way, you can get scammed even more, and here too AI plays a huge role. Besides these smaller sins like showing the current state of an apartment alongside an AI visualization of how it could look after renovation, sometimes these apartments aren't even real. They are fully generated by AI. AI written descriptions are one thing, but entire AI generated photos showing something that's supposed to be the apartment but in reality is just a vision. If that's not dystopian late stage capitalism, then I don't know what is.
Google is one of these companies that have decided to run in the AI race, creating its own products, its own chats, and various other things and technology. But paradoxically, however, their very own actions are undermining the foundations of their business model.
For some time now, Google has been providing answer summaries to the question we type into the search engine, and this creates a lot of unexpected problems. People get their answers without clicking any links, so all the money spent on paying Google for ads to have your links appear on top goes down the drain. And all the ads on those websites we might have clicked also go down the drain. And note, those ads are often provided by Google itself. People increasingly prefer to ask AI about things rather than use search engines. After all, they get an answer faster and more conveniently served on a platter for them. AI is also killing SEO as a strategy. Search engine optimization is based on people reaching your website via search results. If AI gives the answer right away, the whole SEO industry loses its purpose. And without SEO, a big part of the internet could either die out or become paywalled.
And so Google has become a victim of their own greed. For years, search results on Google and other browsers have been increasingly cluttered with ads and widgets. People were just starting to get frustrated, because before they get their actual result that they were looking for, they have to scroll through this junk. And AI, on the other hand, at least for now, gives a clear answer without banners and flashing ads.
But this isn't without drawbacks even for the users themselves. AI sometimes makes things up, but that doesn't stop people from using these tools. Many prefer a quick, even if uncertain answer, rather than painstakingly digging through 10 tabs in Google.
I don't know who came up with the idea that AI music is the future. It's only the future if what we dream of is flooding Spotify and YouTube Music and other services with 1,000 identical lo-fi beats for presumed relaxation, which all sound like someone just took 4 chords and looped them endlessly. No emotion, no soul, absolutely no sense of composition whatsoever.
Of course, there are those who try to pretend these are legitimate artists. They create fake bands, come up with names, generate album covers, also AI made of course, and upload hundreds of songs per month to streaming platforms. Not so that anyone actually listens to them, but just to scrape pennies from the algorithm. And here's the best part. Record labels are doing it too. Seriously, big companies have started mass producing background music with the only sole purpose to be cheap and non-intrusive. What you get is a soundtrack to your life so bland that even elevator music has more character. And yet music is supposed to be about emotion, storytelling, arrangement, but here AI can generate you a song in the style of The Weeknd in 30 seconds. But it's just so empty, like a cheap knockoff perfume from Bazaar. It may smell similar at first, but when you spray it on, you instantly know something's wrong.
And I want to finish off with a little twist. One of the AI monstrosities I was talking about was actually proposed and fully written by AI itself, by ChatGPT 5. And your job is to guess which one was it. Enjoy! Thank you for watching.